Hello? Is this thing on? Oh, look at that. It looks like we are back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Ankh Fetblogs. Hello, hello, hello. It has been a while, and I am sorry that it has. Because I should have been back sooner, but, sometimes you just gain burnout after doing a lot of work. As you guys know, I've been working with other projects recently, so, whew, boy, yeah, it's not easy being a community leader while also doing a podcast, while also doing filming work. It is not easy. It is some difficult shit, and I will tell you right now, I always feel like I'm bouncing on a tightrope. But that's not here nor there, and that's not why you're here. You're here, and I'm here, because we want some of that juicy, juicy commentary. So, let's go. Alright, so I got a couple of things that I wanted to get off of my chest, and, well, there's quite a bit. What was that, Stitch? Oh, shit. I guess we have, someone who wants to say something? Alright. Let's get this clown in. Alright. So, you guys know that I'm always looking out for you, right? Of course I am. Ankh is always looking out for this community. So, I'm going to try to give back. I have a little bit of a collaboration going on right now. I was able to get a collaboration with the lovely people at Indy Dreamworld. Yep, that you heard it. So, how many of you guys went to Capcom? Show of hands. How many of you guys missed Capcom? Yeah, I can see there's a few of you. I know I was there. What if I told you that sadness that you have because you miss Cap, or that sadness that you have because, Cap is over? What if I told you that you can get that same experience at this other con? That same experience at Indy Dreamworld. Indy Dreamworld is one of the funnest events I've ever been to. I've been talking about it since I went there last year, and you guys have heard me speak about it on the podcast. So, what if I told you that if you go and get your tickets now, I can save you a little bit of money? See, Kid Ankh is your hookup. Holler if you hear me. Oh God, I went back to the 90s. So yeah, so we have a really fun collaboration going on. If you use my name, Kid Ankh 23, you can save $20 on your admission ticket. So what are you waiting for? Go download the app. Oh wait, you didn't know they had an app? Yeah, they have an app. If you go to the Google Play Store, or I believe most of the Play Stores for cell phones have it, you can download the Indy Dreamworld app. The Indy Dreamworld app has a whole bunch of really fun features. It helps you keep connected with friends at the event, gets to let you see the schedules that is going on, and it also allows you to get your ticket while you're, for the con. So what are you waiting for? Go and download it. Also, you should probably book your room. Yeah, if you're going to go and do this, go and book your room, because that's very important. See, here's a little thing. I go to cons a lot. I love going to events. However, I also like being in the main hotel, so I can walk around in diapers and onesies and not have to switch clothes and to go out and go to the other hotel. You guys have heard my stories about that. Yeah, so 100%, please go and book your room for the convention so that you can be in the convention space. Yeah, 100%. So go use my name out there, KidOnk23, and save yourself $20 on your admission ticket for one of the funnest, I mean funnest, conventions out there. What are you waiting for? Go. Go right now. Go download the app. Jesus. What, you think this is a joke? Back to the show. Oh boy. Anyway, yeah, so there was a couple of things I wanted to talk about. We're going to be talking about today, well, Elite AB Clinic. I know you guys are about as tired as I am of talking about them because I'm really fucking tired of talking about them. But I noticed that when I uploaded the 4 videos, there was some updates that I didn't actually give. So I wanted to give some context so you guys know what has happened. And something major happened this week. So I want you guys to know about it. The next thing that I want to talk about is there was a question that I was asked. And I wanted to give some context to it. The question was on ABDL speed dating or speed dating at conventions and why it's not done, and I want to give a little bit of context on that because that question has been asked multiple times since Capcom, and I've been wanting to give context to it. The other topic that I plan to talk on today happens to be Capcom and my overall review of the convention and how Mouse and I's time was. I've been asked so many times about this, and I wanted to talk about it. So that's another topic. So let's hit on topic number 1, shall we? So the first topic we're going to talk about is Elite AB Clinic. Oh boy, was that not a fucking mess. It's Jesus Christ. The Elite AB Clinic is probably one of the dullest, stupidest, and lamest fucking scams I've ever seen in my fucking life. No joke. So we're going to talk about it. I wanted to give some updates after those 4 videos I had produced. The newest thing that I plan to talk about happens to be, get this, Elite AB Clinic's videos that they have produced. So last year when I was covering and trying to get some type of discussion out of Mark when I had emailed him about it, wanting to actually interview him on the show, he refused. He didn't only refuse, but he claimed that he was sending his ambassadors to speak to me about the entire convention. I can tell you how that went. It went nowhere. Because his ambassadors never did speak to me. As a matter of fact, his ambassadors never even tried to reach out. When I asked the basic question of how they happened to know him, they immediately freaked the fuck out and blocked me. I didn't even ask a hard question. I was just like, how do you know him? Block. And I started to get the feeling that these guys weren't actually real. That they're all bot accounts, like ABDL bot accounts that were made by Mark. Mark knew that I was going to start asking questions, and he was afraid. He wanted to see what questions I would have asked. He was hoping for some softballs, I'm guessing, and he was going to use the bot accounts in order to claim that those are him. Under no circumstances do I actually believe that any of those accounts are actually real people, because they didn't act nor respond like they were real people. All of them kind of talk like him. So, yeah, that was a thing. The other part that I wanted to talk about with that is Mark released a video during his arguments with me when I kept pointing out that a lot of the stuff he was doing was very, very sus. And when I say sus, I mean sus. So, like, oh boy, this was some clown shit. So, what happened is that I had brought up the fact that a lot of his claims, all he would say is, Andy Boyle's lying. Andy Boyle, he's telling you stories about me. No, Andy Boyle was not. Andy Boyle was actually pointing out exactly what I was pointing out. And allow me to explain. The parody account, that is the parody of the Elite AV Clinic. He brought up some very valid fucking points, such as Mark is constantly trying to take bookings for an event space that he doesn't have. Now, get this. When he first started, he never stated that he didn't have an event space. He talked as if he did. Then, after claiming that he did, and he was supposed to do this open house opening day type shit, he never did anything. A matter of fact, not only did he not do anything, but he actually just did nothing. What I mean by that is that there was no open house, and he claimed that he couldn't open his business because people were talking bad about him. Have you ever heard of a business that can't opening because the owner got the bad case of the feels? No, it's stupid. And it was a lame-ass excuse because it just proved that he wasn't a legitimate business. Now, he will show you the license that he has in order to, that he opened the registration for the business, as if that registration alone means that he is real. That does not mean he is real. It just means that he has the name and that he is holding on to the entity, which is that business. However, it doesn't mean that that business is open or closed for business. It just means that it exists. And when I mean by exist, I mean only in name only. It is recognized by the state, or or I should say, correction, because that's not the state. In that case, it would be the parliament, that he is in existence, that the name for the business or the entity itself is in existence, not that it is open or closed, or that it actually has anything to do with like actually being real. See, in the UK, apparently, they'll just give anybody fucking license registrations or business registrations without actually checking to see if the person has a legitimate business. Mark was talking the most shit because he was claiming that, oh, well, you know, we're open for business. It's going to be great. And you can come in and see the nursery. And then the exact same time he was saying, I need investors in order to open up the space, but you already said you had the space, and you've been showing pictures of other people's nurseries in order to claim that you have a legitimate nursery, but you don't. So then what the fuck are you doing? It's like you're claiming you have a business before you ever opened or gotten the things in order to be a business. But he continuously did this and continuously stole photos from other people. Oh, don't worry. The video I'm about to show, this asshole clearly states, he goes, oh, well, I don't steal photos anymore, or essentially that he apologized and doesn't steal photos. Kind of funny because I actually show that he does. So let's go and take a look at that, shall we? Let me pull this up. So we'll go here and start this up.
Hello, thanks for taking...
Hold on. Whoa there. Whoa. Calm down. We're going to get this. All right. We're going to screen share, go here, and we are go.
Hello, thanks for taking the time to watch my video. For over a year, Andy Boyle of the parody account has been making up lies about me. He posted in July 2021 that I am a scammer, as I posted looking for an investor for a new nursery offering therapy. He contacts people and tells them a lie.
Let's pause right there. So, he stated that he was called a fraud because he had posted that he was looking for investors. That's not why he was called a fraud. He didn't even tell people he was looking for investors until he was supposed to open up the fucking business and never did. So that's not why he was called a fraud. He was called a fraud because he kept advertising a business that he didn't fucking have. So now he comes up with this whole thing about, oh, well, he says that just because I'm looking for investors, that means that I'm a fraud. No, you were a fraud way before then, buddy. So I don't know why the fuck you think that that has anything to do with it. You looking for investors after you already claimed that you were opening your doors in May of 2021 and only to never fucking do it? Yeah, no, that's bullshit, dude. And you knew it was bullshit to begin with. Let's continue.
See message where Andy admits this. I made the mistake.
The thing that he is talking about is that he claims that Andy had lied about something. And Andy said, and I quote, "I would rather be a liar than to be some scamming fruitcake." Here's the funny part about that, right? Andy never stated that he lied about anything, except for, I think it was like something to bait him out. And it wasn't even anything of importance. But Mark stays on this idea that Andy's lying about everything because he baited him out with a lie, which was stupid. I was like, that's not how that works. No. You're like, Mark every day is going out and claiming that these random women, and I am not joking on that. He is literally taking posts of models that are like the generic models you'll have for like a website or something. Yeah, or to advertise a shirt. He'll put up their photos, then claim, "Oh, which one would you choose to be your mommy? Or not mommy, but which one would you choose to take care of you?" But none of these women actually work for him. So how the fuck are we actually using that? That doesn't make sense. It's a stupid fucking point and a stupid fucking way to actually go about doing something. It's false advertisement. So let's continue.
Mistakes in the beginning and have apologized to the parties involved for my error in posting the pics or words on my sites.
That's also bullshit. He has apologized for one. All the other situations in which he is so-called apologized, he went right back to fucking stealing people's photos. A matter of fact, if you go to the Elite AB Clinic UK's fucking page, you will notice that he constantly claims that he is posting the information of where he got the photo, which he is. However, he's clearly ignoring the watermarks and claiming that the photos belong to someone that it doesn't belong to. He claims it belongs to someone on Facebook, when that is bullshit. The photos are from Adult Baby XXX, AB Dreams, which, funny enough, AB Dreams comes up into this conversation because they had to tell him to stop using their photos. And he got all up in arms about it, about, "I'm just trying to advertise my business." You don't have a business, and you're not working with AB Dreams. Granted, I don't think, you know what, that idiot probably would try to work with them. But the point is, it's like, he's being utterly ridiculous. He's also claimed that Robert, the owner of Baby Bunnykins, you guys probably know Baby Bunnykins from, like, he was on Vice once before talking about ABDL, and probably one of the cringiest videos I've ever seen, but that's regardless of the point. He is also, like, the co-owner of the Thai Adult Baby Nursery, which I have also talked about on this podcast before. I'm just going to straight out tell you right now, he was never working with Robert. There was a conversation that seemed to be with Robert about being an investor, which I showed in the 4-parters that I have released recently. But however, it seems like that wasn't true, and like Robert, after realizing he was a scam, stopped working with him. But I think this is kind of funny. Mark, for some reason, never stopped saying that Robert was working with him, and even had it on his website even when that wasn't true. There were also pictures that Mark is still using on the Elite AB Clinic website that belong to the Thai nursery that are almost over a decade fucking old. So my question to you all is what do you think about this? He's obviously scamming the shit out of people. So, but let's continue, shall we?
Before last year, I had no experience of social media and thought if it was online you could use it.
I had no, before last year, because this came out last year. So he is referring to 2021. That he had no idea how social media worked, even though he had been using social media for 3 years prior to that. No, 2 years prior to that, because I knew of him back in 2019. Or no, 2020 I heard of him. But there are logs that prove that he has been around since as early as 2019. But for some reason he didn't know how social media worked. Alright. Yeah, I'll believe that.
I was completely wrong and again apologize to the parties involved. Part 2 coming soon.
Let's go to part 2, shall we? Let's not even hesitate. Let's just jump to part 2. Because this horseshit just keeps on rolling downhill. Here we go. So, part 2 is this one.
This is Andy Boyle's worst lie. He has posted that I scammed money from people and he got them their money back. The sheep boy Lars has now spread the same lie that Andy started. Let's be real. I contacted the police on Andy and reported him for harassment. He had to delete tweets, etc., as he was in the wrong by attacking me. See his tweet confirming this. So if Andy's lie was true, why did he not tell the police about him getting money back? Would be easy to prove as he will have statements about the transactions. It's another lie. I have not taken any payment. I have taken bookings with no payment.
Okay. Let's talk about that, right? He's absolutely fucking lying. If you go to the Book Me parts of his website, which he has taken down because he knew that this proved that he was full of fucking shit, his Book Me, the Book Me click that you have on the page would take you to a place for you to schedule, and it would also have you to pay money. I am not joking. So then, after getting caught with this, he took down the booking portion of his page, and then proceeded to he just removed that altogether. Then put it back onto the page, then took it back off when it became a major fucking issue again. However, this gets funny. After it was found out that he didn't actually have a fucking business, that's when he started asking for investors and then tried to create a Patreon. I'm not joking. He really tried to create a Patreon. That fucking failed. He also tried to do a GoFundMe, which also fucking failed. Because here's the funny thing. No one gave him any money. As a matter of fact, for his so-called GoFundMes, right? Except for some of the names that you see that have been posted were of a couple of people who actually fell for his bullshit. Because guess what? The ones that actually did fall for his bullshit, some of them were real. I'll give them grant that. At least they were real. But they were the people that would have fallen for a scam like this anyway. See, here's the funny thing. Let's bring this back, shall we? Right here. Here's the funny thing. The people that he was scamming were the people that fall for these type of scams all the time. And that is referring to the desperate, and this is pretty bad, the desperate straight males in the community that are looking for a mommy and have been looking for fucking years. and will fall for a scam like this because there's that 1% chance that this scammer could be real. And they could be a real mommy. So I will take that 1% chance because I'll get lucky at least once at some point. I'm not joking. There are really people that are funding basically the Nigerian accounts that constantly pull off this bullshit. No joke. These people literally constantly fund the same shit over and over and over and over again. It is really stupid. But I will tell you this. He doesn't just fall, like, these people didn't just fall for it. They gave him some couple of dollars. However, his Patreons magically came down and disappeared, and that money was never refunded. What the fuck does that say to you? Because the man is a fucking scam. It also came out that he actually this dude got in trouble over there in the UK for a Ponzi scheme, for fuck's sake. Yeah, this is fucking wild, and I have to bring this up because this was absolutely fucking insane. Yeah. So let me just explain it the way that Andy sent it to me. So, as I had already known, Andy was trying to get he was trying to figure out if there was another business that had Mark Young's name on it. And what happened is that the name of the business was Easy Sell It Limited, I believe. And that business led him to someone that he was able to talk to. And so he emailed the person and heard nothing back from him. And then he said that the day that he was telling me this story, he had heard back from the person, right? And the person was like, no, Mark is a scammer. He's an absolute scammer. He used the branding of EasyJet as his branding. So Easy Sell It. And he says, so quote unquote Easy Sell It. That was the way that he remarketed EasyJet as his own branding, is by calling it Easy Sell It. He says, and had comments on his website saying that he was shaking the selling up on he was shaking the selling on eBay up, like the same way EasyJet shook up the budget airline business up. Oh, so he's even using their mottos and whatnot. Once the person that he had talked to saw what he was doing, they started demanding their fees be paid. Circa £500, but Mark refused to pay. It took them 2 years to get the money out of him, and then pensioned companies. He says, and then they pensioned the company's house, the government registration of companies, to strike his business off the register. But apparently he had visions to franchise his Easy Sell It business all over the world. Sound familiar? Yeah, because that's the exact same bullshit that he's trying to do with his Elite AB clinic. So he decided that he was going to create this Ponzi scheme ass fucking company, copy and paste the EasyJet motto onto his company, and then actually show nothing for it. And he constantly makes these big promises and shit that he can't fucking keep. He's not a businessman, he's a clown. It says, but apparently he had visions to franchise his Easy Sell business all over the world. And his business partners were fleeced for money, as the business had costs, but no income. Wait, what does that sound like? He was collecting money from the investors and had nothing to show for where the money was fucking going. Huh. Sounds like a fucking scam artist, doesn't it? Let's continue. and his business partners were fleeced for money, as the business had costs but no income. So Mark took advantage of this person. So he sent a picture of Mark to the person, right? And the person confirmed the picture was of Mark. It's the same fucking picture Mark has on his Twitter page. Now, let's talk about something that I had brought up in those 4 episodes, in that 4-parter, right? If you remember, I clearly fucking said that I had a feeling that Mark was full of shit, and that Mark was using the term AB Galaxy to create his own version of AB Universe. And since AB Universe is very popular, they would find his business. Guess what? That's exactly what the fuck this asshole did. That is exactly what he did. Fuck him. See, this is why I keep telling people, stop falling for fucking scams like this. Because it's kind of obvious that this dude is a scammer. But you still have those dudes with that 1% chance hoping that mommy's going to be there for them. Yeah, you all should really stop giving money to those sons of bitches, just saying. Yeah, so that was essentially the update I wanted to give. Oh, wait, by the way, Mark has officially taken his, he claims that he's no longer going to post on Twitter anymore, because all of Twitter's pretty much come down on him, as they know that he's a fucking scammer. So what did they do? What does he do instead? You ready for this? He packs up his bags and he goes to Facebook. Because guess where you have on Facebook? A bunch of fucking gullible assholes. On Facebook, some of those accounts are already scammers. So what is he going to do? Try scamming another scammer? Yeah, that's really going to work. Don't worry, he's being watched, as there are quite a few watchdogs that are after him, that are paying attention to the shit that he's doing. So, by all means, that's where that story ends on the whole Elite AB clinic. Yeah, thank fucking God, because I don't think we would be able to take any more of that. Alright, so we're going to move on to the next topic.